The tragic Itaewon crowd crush has led many to worry about what other potential dangers could come from massive events that brings people together. Is the densely populated city of Seoul truly ready to prevent future disasters? Yeon-seung looks into the capital's safety preparedness.
Four years ago, a fire started here in Jong-ro Central Seoul. The fire spread quickly through a cheap housing building. The building's narrow hallways and the lack of sprinklers meant many people couldn't escape to safety. 7 people died and 11 were injured. In Seoul, housing is scarce and rents sky high, so many are left with no choice but cheap subpar living quarters that are often unsafe. When people think of accidents that can happen due to overcrowding, they usually think of stampedes or crowd crushes. But this Jong-ro fire was another deadly example of accidents that can happen due to overcrowding. The capital city of Korea, Seoul, is bustling with more than 9 million people, and more than 15,000 people are crammed into each square kilometer. That's more than double the density of Tokyo or New York, and about triple that of London.
Because we experience overcrowding every day, from living to going into work, we've become unaware that these situations can be dangerous. The recent Itaewon disasters led us to become aware of the danger, and it could lead to meaningful efforts to address other potential dangers.
Clustered living quarters, jam-packed subway trains, or buses during rush hour, festivals, or anywhere big crowds flock to can be more vulnerable to disasters, anything from a crowd crush to a fire or earthquake. But in terms of safety measures, experts say that South Korea is nowhere near ready.
South Korea developed so quickly that it didn't have time to look back and address the accidents or side effects that happened along the way. Many people pride South Korea on being a developed country, but the way I see it, in terms of safety, it's still developing.
So here's what experts are suggesting. First, better safety education. They say the current education system does not prepare students for various disaster situations, nor is it enough for students to become fully acquainted with precautionary measures. Second, a clear person or department in charge when it comes to safety.
When there's an event that doesn't have a clear host, like the one in Itaewon, the local government, the police force, and fire department have to be more hands-on to reduce the chance of accidents.
And third, better safety measures for the underprivileged, who are more exposed to threats in their living and working conditions. Even though a densely packed city does have its advantages, everything from fast internet and efficient water and sewage systems to hyper-convenience in delivery and commerce, it's now time to re-evaluate the city's safety so that hopefully there are no more accidents due to overcrowding. Yeon-seung, Arirang News.